and let us all do we can to build a better future.
Now, let's move on now to our next story of the day. War. War never changes. That's a quote from Fallout, an outstanding video game series. I've played it. Great game, great series, great lore. But it seems to me that who's ever running MSNBC and CNN might want to have that timeline happen, which I have to say, it's not cash money for us living in the modern world. And let's face it, the world of Fallout is brutal, dark, unforgiving. It will not compromise with anyone or anything. So I got two clips, one from MSNBC, and the other one from the outlet that thought they could run the streaming services, CNN, of all places. They seem to have an infatuation, whether they know it or not, to the realm of Fallout, especially this clip from MSNBC. Now, for those of you who don't know, spoiler alert for the lore of the series, what led to the world becoming an atomic wasteland was, well, a global conflict that involved the United States and China. I know, it's terrifying. Imagine all those weapons of mass destruction being pointed at each other and cities vaporizing like that. And apparently, MSNBC decided to gather a group of pundits to represent America and another group of pundits to represent China in the fate over Taiwan. Here, sit back, relax, and watch Fallout happen in real time. Faze, play that video.
Welcome back. In our final episode of this season's Meet the Press Reports, we put together a remarkable war game simulation of how the U.S. might react if China invaded Taiwan. The National Security Think Tank Center for a New American Security, or CNAS, convened two teams. The blue team representing the United States and the red team representing China. Which side would prevail? Would China attack the U.S.?
Pause it right here. Pause it right here, Faze. I'm sorry, but you know what that reminded me of? It's sort of like it's sort of like one of those gamer events. When you see people like playing competitive video games. See, like, we got this group right here. We got Team Red and Team Blue. Who's gonna win the next championship? And they got a little diorama set there too. Oh, I want to play too. I want to put my Ultramarines right there. No, wait, wrong lore, wrong series. But again, they're playing a war game simulation. MSNBC loves war. They just love it. Let's play it.
Could nuclear war break out? The conflict takes place in 2027. There are three rounds of strategy. And I spoke to the game master after each round to see where the conflict
Game
stood.
master.
Here's a look.
Game master.
As you can see here on the map is a very large concentration of Chinese People's Liberation Army forces at potential ports of debarkation for an invasion.
We want to focus on a last-ditch effort to deter. This is a time to be sending the strongest possible message to Beijing, both privately and publicly, that there will be very severe costs if they actually go through with this.
China has sort of seen our reaction to Ukraine, and we want to make sure that we're surprising them with how we react here.
Hit the Americans as hard as we possibly can in the Western Pacific, keep them out of the fight while we move on Taiwan.
I would support an early knockout punch against Guam.
The priority for the first 24 hours is to try to go as fast as possible against Taipei, right? I think it matters to deter the United States, Japan, Australia, and other countries from intervening.
All right, Stacey, high level here. What just happened with Move 1?
All right, let's pause right there. There you have, a group of people playing this game, right? And somebody, some producer, some idiot thought, hey, nothing's really happening. I know there's this war in Ukraine happening, and of course there's other wars that are happening too. U.S. is moving forces in Somalia. We're still all over doing regime change. Let's waste everyone's time by playing a little fun game. Because war's a game to these people. Remember, when Trump was still president, when he ordered that first missile strike, then all of corporate media said, finally, Trump is president. And it was MSNBC that said it, finally, Trump is acting like a president. Look at those big, beautiful missiles. They said that. Let's play the rest of this, because this is going to get hilarious.
China has invaded Taiwan. It began by attacking Taiwan's outlying islands near the mainland. Then it followed it with a large air and missile strike on Taiwan.
and on U.S. bases in Japan, and on U.S. bases in Guam and the Northern Marianas. In response to that, the United States followed up with bomber attacks on on Chinese ships in port.
Let's pause right here.
Was
I just want to give a heads up to the group that played China. You were way off. What you should have done was go for Alaska. Go for Alaska. Get the oil fields. Only people who played Fallout will know what I'm referencing. So, hey, if you ever feel like learning about the world of Fallout, it's a goddamn nightmare. Anyways, they're just playing it. Hey, I want to quote Lawrence Johnson. Let's play global thermonuclear war. And Thurst Golden says, I rolled a 32 and took out their generals. And or Sisto Arana says, this is so dumb, LOL. And Carlos Van Chang, my fire-breathing dragon will destroy your drones. Let's play the rest of the video.
An air battle over Taiwan where American aircraft flying from the Philippines came in and engaged in combat with Chinese aircraft that were trying to bomb Taiwan.
And then mushroom clouds in the sky. They're playing a game.
Can you assess which team is winning? If you want to find out what the winning move was, and I'm sure you do, check out Meet the Press Reports.
Gee, I wonder who won.
NBC News Now.
Gee, I wonder. So desperate for views. Steve Wolfbrand, you got the best comment in the live stream right now. These fools are going to get us all killed. And remember, MSNBC, CNN, Fox News, CBS, ABC, these are the authoritative sources. These are the authoritative. These are the sources that are trusted, that the algorithm favors. But oh no, we got YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram want to silence independent media. Make sure the algorithm doesn't work in our favor. Keep on hitting those home run homers, YouTube and big tech. These idiots in corporate media will get us all killed. So, hold on. Let's pull up CNN. Because this story here, someone thought this was a good idea. Hey, everyone, do you want to see a real Vault 13? Or, well, let's face it, Vault 13 probably wasn't the worst of the vaults, especially if you know Fallout lore. But this, my God, someone thought that this was a good idea. All this hype, all this fear propaganda. Let's play it.
Question is, when is a parking garage not a parking garage?
Parking garage. Bomb shelter.
And the answer is when it's part of a tunnel and bunker network to be used in case of war. And there's one country threatening that war, potentially the big threat, Russia. Tommy Rask, Helsinki City Rescue Department, is going to show us around.
So if we go and see the main entrance.
20 meters, 60 feet below ground, cut into Helsinki's bedrock. How quickly can you put this together in case of war?
72 hours.
And 6,000 people in here, how many people can you fit in shelters in the whole of Helsinki?
Over 900,000.
So that's enough for the population plus visitors?
Yeah, it is.
The government's been building bunkers here since the 1960s. 5,500 in Helsinki, more than 50,000 across the country. Enough for 80% of the country's 5.5 million population. Deeper and deeper.
Yeah.
But the scale of it, not the only surprise. Some of it's open to the public.
Let's pause right here. Pause right here. Now, let's be clear here. It is smart to be prepared. But to the level at which CNN will be reporting on this, I want to remind all of you of a film called The Interview. Came out in 2014. Starred James Franco and Seth Rogen. And, there was that scene when they were touring North Korea. And at least from James Franco's point of view, before he interviewed the dear leader, he was saying, "Oh wow, everything's nice. Everyone was happy. There was smiles all around. It's all for a show." What you're going to see here, you cannot sit down and convince me that this is just a natural thing that they just walked into, because this is right out of a goddamn movie. Because you're going to see people playing and having fun. Play that video.
Floorball game.
This is a bunker with a sports hall.
Look, everyone's there just having a good time. Coincidence, yeah? Maybe. Kinda.
much of it dual use
I don't believe
to
it.
offset the costs.
So this is one example of our dual-purpose use of the shelter.
Dual purpose, yeah. So sports every day of the week, time of crisis, what happens here?
All the sporting goods stacked away. All these halls, these sheltering halls, are divided by smaller sheltering rooms.
And not just sports halls, children's play areas.
It's a play area. Everyone's having fun. Yeah, let's go underground and have fun. Hold on. Let's pause here for a second. Let's pause here for a second. FaZe, you don't have to answer. You don't have to just give me a thumbs up or thumbs down. Let's say FaZe, family man, out taking your kids out, having a good time, right? Give me a thumbs up or thumbs down. But is your first thought taking your loved ones into an underground bunker to play in a gymnasium or in a sports area that's underground? All right, thank you, FaZe. Thank you, FaZe. All right. Hey, let's have democracy in the chat, Hey, audience. Hey, it's the first thing you want to do with your family is go underground into a concrete, depressing bunker area and have fun? Type 5, are you ready to have fun in a vault? Type 6, be like, no, never. What's wrong with you? Anyways, let's play the rest of the video.
Sheltering hall, but with a pool.
Yeah, with an Olympic-sized pool.
Olympic size, okay. Wow.
An Olympic-sized pool.
But everything here with one purpose.
They got everything.
Mind.
The world might die, but hey, they got
doors,
everything.
Gas barriers, decontamination areas, even the 2 billion-year-old bedrock. More than just blast-proof. So if there's a nuclear bomb, the rock itself absorbs the radiation, keeps everyone here safe.
Yeah. That's the idea.
And the tunnels as well, they're curved so that they also prevent some of the blasts coming through.
They take the most of the hit.
And now it's a car park.
It's a car park.
Again. That's quite a bizarre feeling.
Yeah.
1 minute you're preparing for a war, the next minute you're playing hockey, and now it's a car park.
Yeah. Here you can see the different layers.
And before we leave, Rask shows us another shelter just begun. Drill a hole in it, put explosives in, blow it, and move forward.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye.
Goodbye. Cheers. Bye. Up, here come the traffic. This looks like the way out. Absolutely fascinating. And that's happening right under the...
All right, so look, I don't want to impose all of that on you any further than it is. You can check out the full video in the show notes description box below. I just wanted to show all of you what it's like to live in a vault. And how CNN and all these sickos in MSNBC, CNN, ABC, CBS, and yes, even Fox News are all covering and promoting this war, giving their perspective. But remember, corporate media since 2001 have been drumming the beat for war for a very long time because, let's face it, war is profitable for them. Peace isn't. War is a good thing because it gets people to talk. And then they put their pundits on. And then they have their experts talk. And then they have their little pundits play their little war games. But the thing is, war isn't a game. And that little scenario with China versus the U.S. over the fate of Taiwan in 2027 or something, or 2037. Yeah. You do realize that eventually mushroom clouds will be in the sky and cities will be vaporized. Conventional warfare will not be a thing that will last very long between two global superpowers. But I guess corporate media and CNN really want that Fallout universe to happen. They just want it to happen. You have these bastards foaming at the mouth. It'll give them something to talk about. But you know who'll be screwed over. It'll be us in the end. So, what's the final takeaway from this? Expect corporate media to promote war. Expect corporate media to do more fear-mongering like they always do and always will do. And at the end of the day, set up your own vault, grab a good case of some Nuka-Cola, grab a Pip-Boy, be ready to wander the wasteland, because that's what corporate media seems to want, as do these jag-off politicians who are knee-deep in money from the military-industrial complex.